Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Chronic Colouring Down Under. Firstly, I want to thank those who have already subscribed. Thank you so much. And also I would like to welcome those who are watching for the first time. Thank you, I hope you enjoy. My name is Sarah, I'm from Victoria, Australia, and today I'll be doing the first of the series Do It Like, and this Do It Like series hopefully will be ongoing, and today we will be featuring fellow YouTuber Dani Buttons and working on how she colours her French Disney books, the colour by numbers specifically. So if you're interested, grab a drink, put your feet up and enjoy. Hi again everybody. As I mentioned in the intro, we will be doing a French Disney colour by number book and using the technique that Dani Buttons uses. I have watched her video a couple of times. I have not done any practicing because I want to show mistakes and boo-boos and nervousness and all that sort of stuff on video. And yeah, I do have one in here that I had started a long time ago in pencil. And I was going to do that one, and then I thought, no, I'll start again. And that's the one that I've started. These books are not made for pencil unless you're an extremely patient person, which I'm not. So the book that I have chosen today is Disney, Mickey, Donald and Co. This is number 1 in the series. I think I've only got 3 of these books. Before we could, when we used to be able to buy on Amazon France, I was mainly concentrating on growing my Disney collection, the Hashtag Heroes collection, with just the standard colouring, not so much the colour by number. And then I think it was either last year or the year before, the government, and yeah, I can't exactly explain why, but it's to do with our tax system, GST, whatnot, and basically it's stopped us being able to buy from other countries. So it's, yeah, made it really difficult getting, like, Amazon Japan. If I wanted to buy from Amazon Japan, I haven't found a way around it yet, but I'm sure there is. But with Amazon UK and Amazon US, if we get one of those postal services where we sort of have a US address on behalf of us and then they post it to us, but I haven't tried that yet. So yeah, so we'll get into this colouring. You're actually going to see me putting pen to paper, that I do actually colour, I don't just collect. So the one I am doing is number 4, and of course you can't really see what it is, so I'll quickly show you which picture that is. And it's just this one here of Mickey, the black and white one. And depending on how long it takes me, whether you'll see me do the whole thing or just part of it so you get an idea of doing it, or if I speed it up, I'm not sure. Again, my editing skills aren't that great, so yeah, we'll get right into it. So I might just pop you down a little bit lower so you can see, but basically all ones are black. So when I've got Dani up on the screen, if I need to refer back to her, and what she does is she goes around all the blacks and does the outline of them, and then that gives you a bit of an idea of what you, sorry, I talk with my hands a lot, what you are colouring. And I certainly like the idea of this technique it's sort of, to me, it motivates me a bit more to go. I hate surprises. I'm terrible with surprises, from colouring to presents. So yeah, we'll get going. So I'm going to cheat and start with Mickey's eyes, because I can just see where they are. Now, I'm left-handed, so I apologise if I'm blocking light or you can't see a certain part of what I'm doing, but I'm a pretty unco looking left-handed too. So so we've got our eyes here, so we'll just do around the outside of that. And what Dani does, and I'm just using the same as what Dani does, and that's a Tombow water-based marker, and she just uses the bullet tip end at the start for the outline, and then she uses the brush tip end to fill in. So we'll get back to this, and I hope this is up close enough. I can go a little bit further for you if you like. Again, sorry if I'm covering it. I'm not very good at all this tech stuff. My hands are a little bit shaky today, but not as bad as they were yesterday, so that's good. So there's his eyes. So I'll try and find... Okay, we'll do his ear, because that's nice and easy for me to see. So start there, go around. Does anyone here stick their tongue out when they are concentrating? I do sometimes. I'm not doing it at the moment, but if I go quiet, chances are that's what I'm doing. There's another line there. The blank ones, I'm presuming, stay white. So I can go on that side of the one. And then we'll go back up here. And that goes to there. Oh no. It goes around there. I suppose with this way, you just have to like double check before you go. Oops, let's see, drawing away. My hands are not being very cooperative today. You could go in and zig and zig through all those ones, but because you can see that that's the whole of Mickey's ear, you're going to be colouring that all black anyway, so I'm missing that, and I think that's the sort of way Dani does it as well. But certainly from a tutorial perspective, I would be really strongly suggesting do it with me, but learn from Dani. So I will make sure I link the direct video down below in the description of Dani. And if you haven't subscribed to Dani's page yet, I strongly recommend her page. She is just absolutely a little pocket rocket. She's full of fun. She has wonderful ideas. She often, I would say that she would be the queen of tags in the community. She makes a lot of tags for fellow YouTubers to follow, which is really fun. And talking of tags, I've actually got a couple that I need to catch up on and get out for you guys. Now, I'm trying to work out, I think that's his arm. Yep. This probably wasn't the best one to choose, Sara Both, but that's okay. We're all learning, aren't we? It's supposed to be raining here today, but there's not. There's clouds around and a nice blue sky, but not. I don't see any rain coming, which is okay because we've had a bit lately, but we're never going to complain with rain here, that's for sure. I've got Darren and, does that go all the way around? Sorry, Darren's actually playing a board game with the boys at the moment just to get them off screens for a little bit. Because we're in lockdown again, we've been pretty generous, I would say. Like, we have quite strict rules with our boys and electronics. If they had their way, they'd be on them 24/7. But yeah, we're big on get outside and muck around as much as you can, but obviously in lockdown we can't do that. They're only allowed, I think it's 2 hours a day of exercise outside, so we get them out doing that. But we've also sort of let them spend a bit more time on their electronics just so they can talk to their friends. That's where we're very, very lucky. Darren and I, both our boys are quite academically, they're really quite strong, so we don't have any trouble with them doing their work. The problem is socially, they're just, yeah, they're really struggling, missing their friends, and so are we, but it's, yeah, I think it's just really hard on the kids at the moment. So we're they're playing a game that we bought for Christmas and we haven't even opened it yet. It's Ticket to Ride. Has anybody played that game before? I hate them all knowing how to play it and learning it now, and me not being there. I'm a person that wants to know everything, so they're going to play again, I'm sure, and they'll teach their mama how to play, and it's good. These sort of things are really good for Darren and his memory. When he had the tumour cut out, it affected his short-term memory. So ask him anything about the birth of our children and things like that. Yep, he can remember them, no worries. But if you ask him what he did 10 minutes ago, yeah, he struggles. And, you know, you might ask him to do something and next thing he's doing something else and just totally forgot what he was doing. So it gets really frustrating for him, and sometimes it gets frustrating for me because you don't want to be nagging all the time, but unfortunately that's just part of it now. Oops, a bit wobbly there. Sorry, I can't move it up a bit. I'm not doing as good an example as Dani's, so definitely make sure you check out her channel. She has great, she also does a lot of hauls, but like a lot of us, trying to sort of slow down on how much we buy. But I think Dani has enabled me many times over the years that I've watched her. She's really a thinker of outside the square. The ideas that she comes up with is just, yeah, really cool. So I really enjoy watching Dani's channels. She's probably up there with one of my favourites. So you can see, like, there's part of Mickey's head, and I'm guessing that's his foot, and I'm guessing this is his tail. I'm not sure, but we'll keep going. So I'll just grab a drink. Those who know, we're still waiting on results for Darren. They did ring yesterday, but it was another doctor, and she said, I'll get back to you this afternoon, and she didn't, which is really frustrating. So now we're taking the attitude that, well, if it was really serious, they would have got back to us by now. So, and with being in lockdown and everything, it's just crazy. So we're just now saying that it's all good and there's no problems. If we thought otherwise, we would be going stir crazy. So, yeah. It's just the way you got to deal with it. We've gotten quite used to the waiting game with the health system, unfortunately. But in saying that, we are extremely lucky in Australia, I believe, to have the health system that we have. Certainly a lot better off than a lot of other countries in the world. Darren can't get private health insurance. Well, he can, but our premiums would just be through the roof because of his previous existing conditions. And basically we've decided, well, we've got such a great public team, why, would we change just to go private? So, yeah. Even though I've just whinged about them not getting back to us. But they're human too, and I really feel for the medical staff at the moment. They're under the pump here, and I've noticed a couple of things on some other YouTube channels of saying, and it's not in the colouring community, it sort of annoyed me a little bit. It's like they're saying free Australia, blah blah blah, and yeah, these lockdowns are hard. No one's enjoying them. Everybody's experienced them around the world, but I wouldn't want to be in the position of making these decisions on behalf of a whole state. And I know we've got to learn to live with it, but basically what our state wants to do is be not fully, I think it targets 80 or 70% vaccinated, and then we will, I don't think lockdowns will happen anymore, but you can't guarantee anything these days. Who would have thought, 2 or 3 years ago we'd be in lockdown? Sorry, I just had to reset, otherwise it would have cut out on me. Yeah, as I was saying, 3 years ago, or even 2 years ago, who would have thought that we would be, you wouldn't have even understood what a lockdown is, and yeah, it's crazy. And they're just here starting to, they're wanting all children from grade 6 through to year 12 vaccinated by the end of the year. And they have started, I think it was yesterday, they just started for 16-year-olds. We have spoken to our GP about the boys, and he is quite keen for the boys to be vaccinated, not so much, definitely for them as well, but also for Darren's and my sake. Just with our health conditions, we can't afford to catch COVID. Our immune systems aren't strong enough, and yeah, that's something that concerns our doctor. We've been extremely lucky where we are. There's only been less than a handful of cases throughout the whole time, but we have to travel to Melbourne a bit for our specialist. So, yeah, we just have to be careful and, yeah, watch where we go and when we go. So, I'll go back. That's his arm. Sorry, I'm just... there. I'm actually enjoying this, and it's only just tracing, even though it's a little bit wobbly, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it, and that's what I'm all about and preaching, isn't it? My tongue was out for that one, going around corners. I wish these books, the Disney books, were a little bit more accessible to us in Australia. We can, like, don't get me wrong, there's some we can get on Amazon, but the price that it's a third-party seller. I can't remember his name, but it's a ridiculous amount, and the postage is so slow. I swear he sends it by boat. But I just need to, as I would be saying to the kids, just be grateful that you can get it. My dream is to go to Disney one day. Yes, I'm nearly, how old am I? I have to ask my husband all the time, how old am I? I gave up after 40. I'm nearly 48, and I still want to go to Disney. I don't think my mind has grown up. My body certainly has, up and out, but the mind, yeah, still enjoys being a bit silly. So you can see sort of where it's going, and I'll keep doing it down here. Looks like we might just go over that. Yep. I hope you're seeing all right. Oops, no. There's a lot of bits that you'll have to go back and check, but at least this way it sort of gives you a bit of an idea of where to go. And there is no way I would have thought to have done this, so I'm so glad that Dani shared this technique with everybody. A little line there. So basically I'm doing a little bit, this is the way that Dani does it down here. Like, I think she's probably got, obviously she's got the technique under down to perfection now, like she does the whole outline, and I prefer this, and I want to, but you can see up here I've got to continue the outline around his head, this arm and this arm, but I'm not going to bother about the arms because looking at them they're all solid black or white. So up here that's white in that section there, and I'd say that's his hand, like his gloves, and then the rest of his arm goes down here around there, around there, I've done, oops, yeah, that's all right. I've got still some haul videos for you guys to come. I feel like it's never ending, but the postage is really bad here at the moment. And like even last year it was a lot better than it is now, when we were in the worst part of the lockdowns and that. So I really don't know what is going on. I'm waiting still for books that I ordered in, and this is from Amazon, that I ordered late July and early August. Yes, I did break my no buy. But I haven't bought anything since early August. So I think I'm just going to end up saying that they'll be a September haul the way we're going, because I probably won't have them any time relatively soon, which is really frustrating, because one of the things I loved about being a Prime member was the quick postage. And now I'm constantly checking my phone and trying to see where things are. Like I said, I'm not very patient. But there's a couple of books that I'm really impatient for. So I do really wish that they would hurry up. And you know, it's not as though I don't have enough books. I got way too many books. But is there such a thing as way too many? I don't know. I've decided I'm going to call myself a collector, because I've got that many. Justification. It's great. I'm actually finding this really, really relaxing. And it takes that feel of intimidation from these books, that because the lines are so like, it's not like your simple kids colour by number sort of thing. It takes away that, by doing it this way, it takes away that feeling of intimidation that you may get. Well, I definitely get. But like I said, I'm really enjoying it at the moment. I'm just trying to, and I'm going to make mistakes, but hey, that's what my channel's about, isn't it? And I think that's all the, yep, so now that's all his ears. That's all his ears. Yeah, that's all. I know what I'm trying to say. Move down to his leg. Oh, I've left his leg. He looks like he's legless. I'm really not knowing what this is. That's all white. That's black. Over to there. Sorry, being a Molly Duker is sometimes a bit frustrating. Does anybody else in other countries, do they call left-handers Molly Dukers, or is that just a Aussie thing? And how many of you guys are left-handers? I can remember in grade 3, my teacher, her name was Mrs. Jones, and I swear she was about 100 years old back then, and she tried to make me right-handed, and that never happened to me before, because, you know, that sort of attitude stopped before I got to school. And well, did my dad go off at her. He was not impressed at all. And yeah, she didn't try again. Don't know why. My dad's not a scary man. Oh yeah, because his body's going to be all black in there. So then we have black buttons on his pants. And I think I've got all the outline of Mickey done. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly pause the camera for a minute, and off camera because I don't know how to speed up things and that on editing yet, so I'll pause, I'll quickly colour in with the brush tip, and then I'll show you the finished outline product. Okay, we are back, and that took me probably 20 minutes. There's just a little bit I want to show you here. I don't know if you can see the streaks compared to that side, but I thought I might share this little trick with you. The one thing I do not like about watercolour, and why I love, and most people love alcohol markers, is because they don't streak, or they don't streak as badly as water-based markers do. So what I do, especially with the Tombos, because they've got the nice thick brush marker, I go and do my strokes down, and you can still see the lines. But I'll see if I can get you a bit closer, push you up. Then what I do is I just get the brush marker again, and then I just sort of, not complete circles, but just sort of little flicks really lightly over the top. You don't want to do it too dark, because otherwise it may bleed or ghost through your page, but just do it really lightly and quickly. And like I said, it doesn't have to be full circles, but you'll see what I mean when you do it on your paper. It actually sort of just takes those lines away and gives it a more solidified, if that's such a I'm wobbling the table, sorry. Yeah, it just makes it look a lot less streaky. So I'll put that up, and that, as you've seen, only took, you know, a little 20 seconds or so, and that's how it's come up, and no more streaks. So that is my outline product, and I'm really happy with it. Oh, whoops, I just found a bit that I missed. These jackaroonies just there. And so I'll be able to go ahead and colour that confidently, and not feel like I'm mucking it up or anything. So I thank you, Dani Buttons. It was, yeah, I actually really enjoyed that. So I think I'll be doing a few more Disney colour by numbers. I can't stress enough how to go and check out Dani's channel if you are not already a subscriber of hers. Absolutely awesome person. I will put a link below to the particular video of this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have fun trying this technique as well. So I will leave it at that, and thank you for watching and supporting me on my journey. If you did enjoy this video, please subscribe if not so already. Hit the notification bell, share with friends, comment below, but most of all, stay safe and happy colours. Bye.